Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're talking Dislyte and 6-star relics. Now, there's three places you can get these. You can get them from the shop, which I don't recommend. I'll make another shop video, but the shop ones, they're really expensive and you don't get to see the stats on them, so you could just be buying rubbish. So I don't recommend that personally, and I won't do it myself. Rather just get them from here. Now you can also get it from the labyrinth mode, which they call in this game the cube miracle. I did get one drop on my previous run there, so you can get them there. But the main place you're going to get 6-star relics is through farming stage 7 and higher. Now stage 7 is like the first little hurdle you want to get to. I am currently on day 3 free to play. It's actually calendar day 4, but it's still within my first 3 days of actual time played. So this one here, it's a fairly easy one to get to if you piece together the proper team. So what I want to show you is, I'll show you my team, but then I want to talk you guys through some options because I obviously have my 4-star. That's the other thing. I'm completely free to play. I've only summoned 2 4-stars so far, and I'm missing 3 of the 3-stars that I really want to build, aiming towards stage 10 of the Kronos dungeon. So I'm having no luck on my summons at the moment. The one character that you really need to be able to do this, and you'd probably be able to get away with substitutes if you pull some of the other ones that I'm going to mention, but it is going to be Changpu or whatever her name is, this one here, because she is incredibly strong for this dungeon. She's just a really good support in general, especially when you get her awakening. But these 4 are the key ones. Now, obviously 3 of them you get given to you at the start of the game. So there's just that one you've got to pull. Now, the final spot, I'll go through some options that I would prefer to what I actually have for this spot. But for me, I am using this dude because I'm not sure whether his defense leader or whether Artemis's attack leader is better for me at this stage. I'm just doing some experimenting. But he's there because he just has a... first time he gets killed, he gets like a standoff so he doesn't die, so it's really good for the rock dropping on his head. Believe it or not, this was more reliable when he was at about level 20 because he'd more often get targeted by the rock because he'd get lower. Now that he's a bit tankier, sometimes it targets my other guys and it actually makes the run go worse. Now, as for success rate for this, the cool thing about this game is it only costs you 1 stamina if you fail a run. So this is about a 70% success team, and I'll go through all my stats and all that sort of stuff in a second. But 70% in other games is trash. In other games, I'm normally looking for 95% plus before I farm something heavily, but because in this game it only costs you 1 stamina if you fail, you know, a 60 to 70% win rate, as long as you're happy to put the time in, is actually not too bad because it's not costing you that much extra stamina. And if it's the difference between you getting 5-star relics over here and 6-star relics over here, it's definitely worth it in my opinion, if you've got a 60-70+% win rate. So let's jump over and then I'll show you my guys' stats, and then I'll show you the teams that I would actually, like the characters I would rather have instead of this tank dude. What's his name? Renzi. So basically, first off, Artemis. My Artemis is pretty basic. I got this relic from the cube thingy-mabobby, you know, the labyrinth mode, how I said you can get them there. That's where I got that one. It really didn't make a huge difference. I mean, the 15% crit is nice, but I did already have the 5-star one that you get as well, which actually had some decent substats on it as well. So it was a minor upgrade for me. Besides that, these are all the ones that I got normally, and this was an actual drop for me. So this is one that I've actually had drop, which isn't too bad. But you know, you can get away with the basic sets that you get through campaign. I think you get the Hades set. I think you get that from chapter 6 clearing, and you get 4-star ones of these from chapters 4 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but you get them. Really easy to gear her up with that, and away you go. Next up, we have Helena. Now, Helena, she doesn't really offer a hell of a lot that makes her really valuable. The crit buff's kind of nice because I'm sitting around, I think 70-ish% crit on my, let's actually check, what's my crit rate over here? Yeah, we're at 66% crit, so a little bit of extra crit helps. Obviously, this is still only a, you know, plus 30 on this. I could upgrade that, but I'm not gonna. So, you know, the crit rate kind of helps for critting, and then she has the heal. She has a bit bit of turn gauge reduction, but she's not really that fantastic. Now I did get her awakened, third awakening, because her third awakening does give the crit buff. So I did do that. But the other thing is, Helena, I just pulled a hell of a lot of dupes of her. As you can see, she's at 5-star with the resonance. So I just chucked a bunch of HP. I'm actually deciding, and I will make future videos on this, I think defense might be a better option this early on. I'll have to do all the stat and calculations on that, but it's still something I'm throwing up in the air. But Helena, one that I don't think she's the greatest, but everyone has her, so she's not horrible at this stage. Now, Yao Ji is absolutely fantastic. Now, when we look at the ascensions, she's one of the ones that you really want to get this ascension on, because if we go here, you can see we do get the immunity. So it's an AoE immunity on a 3-turn cooldown, which is incredibly nice. Now, she does use this ability as a buff, not as a heal, so your whole team can be full health, and she will use this. It's nice for avoiding the stuns from one of the crystals in Kronos, but also for avoiding the stun from the rock that drops on whichever character it is. So she's really nice. On top of that, the abilities, like this ability here, and I've max skilled her. So what I did, not maxed, but I got the 2 skills that I wanted to. I got lucky. Some people may get a bit more unlucky than me, but I want these 2 skills max. She's that good in the early game that I think she's worth skilling up with those 3-star skills. Now, if you want to know how I did get them, if we go over here to the shop, we go over to this one here. I just picked up all of these as my first call, first point of call for this one. I did also pick up the silver records. That's another thing in itself. As free to play, I've run out of things to level as fodder, so I actually needed fodder to level. Otherwise, I had no point in running stages. It's a really weird dilemma in the game, but that's for another video. But basically, I did go ahead and chuck some skill ups into her. Got really lucky. This one, I'm not too stressed about increasing that to 100%. I'm just going to leave that where it is. There's more important skill ups on other characters to get. Oh yeah, I didn't show you guys my Helena. My Helena is just on, and as you can see, this is +3, +3, +3, +3, 6 and 6. So I have not invested into these runes that much. Sorry, relics. I try not to invest into relics unless I absolutely need to, because I'd rather save the gold and do it on better relics once I get some more 6-stars. So that was hers there. And plus she does have that resonance, so it gives her a bunch of extra tanky stats. Now the Changpu, I hope that's how you say his name. I put a bit more investment into her. Everything is at +6. She's on the healing one, and then she also does have this one here to get the HP. She has a speed slot there. I don't know what she has. She has a defense bonus. I don't have many speed relics for this slot, so she does get one. But yeah, as you can see, what do we got? HP bonus on these 2. But, you know, they're only at 6, so not a hell of a lot of upgrading needed there either. Next up, we have this dude, the Cupid dude, and Q's not bad. I did put 1 skill up into him and got the exact skill up that I wanted. I really like this. Attack down's really important. He's not, I don't plan on having him in my team for a long time. It's just because I don't have the other ones that I'm going to talk about in a sec, so I did have to use him. Now, you know, getting that 75%, I literally had 1 left, so I was like, let's just roll the dice, see if we get it. I did get it. It's really nice being 75 instead of 50. Besides that, he does have the attack down. He does have the defense down as well, with only a 40% chance, so not too great. And then this link is actually quite nice for killing the towers while you're using Artemis in your team. Increases that damage that she can deal, so it's actually not too bad. So he synergizes well in this stage 7. Him and Artemis might go to stage 8. I think 9 and 10, I'm going to have to shift the damage dealer and this guy's spot. But as for relics, I've got him on a fast set, basically. As you can see, these are trash again. We got this is +3, this is +3. I've only got an accuracy one, couldn't find a HP or a defense one. This one here, I upgraded to get the defense. And then these 2 are decent, but no, it's an offset because I just needed to get him some extra HP, and I didn't have a revenge set with the extra HP. So that's how he looks. I do have 1 of the resonance into him as well, but you know, he's decent at this stage, but not the greatest moving forward, I don't think. I'll get back to you guys once I start progressing through the later stages of the dungeons. Now, you might ask, so if you don't need this guy, what do we need? Well, basically for me, and all those guys are 5-star in case I didn't show you guys, they're all 5 stars. Except for my tank, the 4-star tank, he's still at 4-star. So basically the other units that I want to substitute in, there's 2 supports that I really want to use instead of the tank that I'm using. One is Naya. The reason Naya, she has a speed down on her basic attack. It's only a 40% chance. The problem with this game is everyone that's a 3-star has really low chances on activation, which kind of sucks because this speed debuff is nice, but on a 40% chance, it's not too reliable. But she does have this effect here. Here's a teammate 50% of her max of her max HP at the cost of 20% HP, and increases their attack bar or AP by 50%. Not too bad. 3-turn cooldown and max skill up. She's one that I'll probably skill up. I'm not too sure. I really want to test her first before I make up my mind. But then we've got this one, which is another good heal, 50% of max HP, and gets another turn. So really nice getting those extra turns. If I got her, eventually I feel like she's one that's going to work really well on the cooldown reduction set, but we don't get that set for a while. But also she does have a defense leader skill, which I'd be probably trying once I get into the later stages. So she's one I want on my team. The other one I want is this Yi Sehua. Dude, I suck at names. But she's absolutely savage. She gets up to, with skill ups, and she's one that I would skill up. I think she is probably one of the best 3-stars in the game. A 70% chance to attack down. Put her on a revenge set. You're going to land that attack down a lot. Now, on this boss, the one crystal does cleanse the boss and boost its AP, but you know, getting this attack down on revenges and just in general is really nice. Then we also have this one, which heals a teammate for 30% of their max HP, granting them invincibility for 1 turn. And I believe the awakening on this is if they're below 50% HP, the heal is doubled and also grants them a regeneration effect. I think it's something to that effect. You have to have them to see the awakening skill, but really strong skill. And then we have this one, which is just amazing. 3-turn cooldown, attack buff and defense buff for 2 turns for all allies. She is absolutely crazy, and if I had her, my runs would be a lot more reliable than I do with my 4-star guy, because she has 2 of the most needed things for mitigation, which is attack down and also defense up. Plus she also provides a bit of that attack up as well, which is handy for Artemis, and it would just make the team so much better. So I really do hope I can pull her soon-ish, maybe. Fingers crossed, because she is an absolute savage. But like I said, Naya is the other one that I'm really keen to test in the team. I'm really lacking a speed, a good speed debuffer and a good speed buffer. There isn't great options from the free-to-play realm. There's a couple 2-stars I'm looking at building as well. So if you're absolutely desperate, and if I didn't have this tank guy at the moment, what I was actually going to build for this team was going to be this one here. So this chick here, believe it or not, deals damage equal to 100% of attack to an enemy and healing whichever ally is the least health for 100% of the damage this attack does. So you've got a heal on the basic attack, and then this one dispels all debuffs from all ally espers and heals each teammate by 20% on a 3-turn cooldown. I was actually going to put her in on a revenge set again. Revenge is just OP because then you could revenge and get heals as well, and then heal all the time. And I feel like that would just fill in the gaps nicely. Basically, if you have no options, she is one. I might still build her and test it just for the fun of it. There's actually one other down here in the 2-star range that I'm looking at maybe testing, which is gonna be, I don't know if I have a copy because I was running short on food. Here she is. If this one was water, it would be amazing, but she's got attack down on the basic attack. Once again, only a 40% chance, but she does have speed up for the whole team for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. There's no real good speed up character in the 3-star range, so she's one that I'm also looking at. So I might build a couple of these 2-stars just to experiment. But like I said, guys, I'm on day 3, or calendar day 4 within my first 3 days of play. And I'm already farming 7 as free to play. And like I said, it's not that high a requirement. I've got 4 characters up to 5-star. So a bit of farming in that. You know, some pretty average relics really with low power-ups except for Artemis. And away we go. So hopefully that can get you guys started. Like I said, I think when I start moving in towards the 10 range, I'm going to drastically shift the team around. It will require me to pull a few units and do some more testing, but I will let you guys know how that goes. Oh, and I just realized I hadn't showed you guys a run. So so let's go over here. Let's jump in and I'll show you a run. We'll just do this. Yep, that's the team battle. Like I said, I'm still experimenting with the leader skills, but I mean, it's pretty solid on auto. It's a bit laggy on the Nox as well. It sort of lags on my phone after about 20 minutes as well because it just like overheats and dies. So hopefully I can do some stuff with that. But I mean, in general, like I said, even at like a 60 to 70% win rate, I would start farming this over the previous one, just because you're getting a fair bit of bang for your buck, really. And yeah, like it's pretty reliable. And as you can see, both those crystals attacked the one ally, and we lived it. So it's like, that's like the worst possible RNG you can get on that stage, and we don't die. I've never had someone die on waves. I've probably done about 30 or 40 runs so far. And I mean, I've gotten about 7 6-stars, so it's not too bad on the drops at all. I think maybe more than 7. But yeah, as you can see, works pretty well through the waves, no issues. With the worst luck, we still actually survived that. Now, something I've noticed as well, just a little tip, I'll probably put this in another video as well. Whoever the last character in your team is, the enemies never seem to target them. So the Cupid guy is my like weakest character, and so I put him there in the waves because they don't target him and he can just survive the waves. Now the tank 4-star is a little bit weaker, but because he does have that that passive invincibility, it's not too bad. So let's see what we can do here. As you can see, he gets the drop there, but he doesn't actually proc his thing yet, which is really nice. We're staying pretty healthy, which is also handy. The attack down's not going to take into effect, I don't think, because I think the other crystal is going to move. So that's the thing. The crystal does cleanse the boss and kind of like makes him do the nice damage. And this is what I love. I love the revenge on the tank guy because he has the attack down. If that was the thick 3-star girl that I want to pull, she's got the exact same ability on her basic attack with a higher activation rate. So, you know, I put her in, same thing on the revenge. After the boss attacks, you got a chance to reduce that attack, which is really nice. As you can see, this guy is weak. He's got like, he's got dog shit relics on him, and he's not even max leveled, and he's got like no investment. He's only 4-star. But, you know, he can still just live it. But like I said, the other chick with the defense buff would be huge, would be absolutely huge. So much better for the team than this guy. But, you know, there you go. And there you go. That's why I have him in there, because he does proc that invincibility, buys us a little bit of time, gets healed up. Now, on this boss's next attack, we're probably going to lose someone. So we are going to kill that tower, which is nice. Killing that right tower is always nice because the boss doesn't get cleansed anymore. There you go. Like I said, we were going to lose someone. Now he's going to roar. We're probably going to lose Chang at the back. Yep. And now we are still fine. So this normally happens at the end. We've normally got like 1 to 3 characters, but then it's normally not too bad. So as you can see here, he's going to kill that guy, then do a roar and kill the other chick. And then the Artemis should go ahead and take it away. So hopefully we get a revenge just to make it safe. No revenge, but there we go. And like I said, it looks like it comes down to the wire. Sometimes we do lose, like I said, about a 60 or 70% win rate. But honestly, like that's just the way it goes. It's sort of, you survive really well early. Once everything's on cooldown, you know, it starts to slow down. Now, like I said, I do have that Chang at the what was it? Like the skill up on the 2nd and 3rd skill. If you had skill ups in others, it would make it more reliable, but I don't really want to skill up anyone else on this team at the moment. So I'm going to save skill ups for someone else moving forward. But anyway, guys, that is the team. That is the run. Hopefully you guys can get in and start farming some 6-stars soon, because, you know, then you can start to really play the game. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.